Executive functioning is a set of higher order mental processes that facilitate goal-directed behavior and are critical to becoming a self-regulated learner. Executive function includes skills like planning, organization, prioritization, time management, self-monitoring, impulse control, cognitive flexibility, initiation, and motivation. If you're a parent or an educator, by understanding what constitutes executive functions and how they develop across childhood and adolescence, you will be better equipped to help your child succeed in school and adult life. Executive function skills predict academic and career success. Executive functioning skills also mediate a person's tendency towards behaviors that can be risky, including crime and addiction. Our ability to make and save money, our social skills, and our mental and physical health. For this reason, they are critically important in life. However, because of their breadth and complexity, they can also appear complicated to understand and elusive for influencing positively. Executive function skills are controlled by the prefrontal cortex, which lies right behind our forehead in the frontal lobe of our brain. The frontal lobe is also responsible for personality development and, interestingly, is the last region of the brain to fully mature or develop. Full development of our frontal lobes does not really occur until adulthood, approximately at the age of 25. Other regions develop more fully early on, such as the amygdala, which is involved with processing emotions and even pursuing pleasure. When we are teenagers, especially for boys, we can get in trouble chasing pleasure impulsively without properly analyzing the consequences. As I used to say, it's the amygdala's fault, which develops ahead of our frontal lobes. How brain regions evolve helps us understand why younger individuals may sometimes struggle with self-regulating behaviors like impulsivity, planning, time management, and other executive functioning skills. Still, although executive functioning skills continue to develop through adulthood, these skills can be improved with practice and experience. Many people make the mistake of trying to understand and improve executive function in a vacuum through coaching, for example, by changing these behaviors or creating sometimes a dependency on the coaching. Our behaviors are often the result of various cognitive skills. A visible weakness in executive function rarely, if ever, exists without a connection to our processing skills. Therefore, if our attention, working memory, or processing speed are weak, they inevitably result in issues that affect our executive functioning. Some researchers describe executive function as the conductor of a symphony, while the musicians represent underlying processing skills. A satisfactory performance relies on the individual musician's skills, but also the integration and coordination resulting from the conductor's skills. Since these are interactions between executive function skills and other cognitive skills during learning, executive function can show up as a symptom of weaknesses in other areas. For example, struggling with a foundational processing skill often leads to behaviors that appear like executive dysfunction. It is important to be aware of potential underlying root causes of the learning struggles observed in the classroom or elsewhere. You can also think of executive functioning like the CEO of a company. The CEO delegates resources while supervising and managing the completion of projects so that they occur in time and are properly done. The supervisory role is a metacognitive task, which is usually associated with working memory. Executive functioning also depends on other cognitive skills, working interdependently, namely attention, processing speed, and working memory as a team of co-workers might, to ensure goals are met. Executive functioning involves everything from the planning stage of a task through the completion of that task. It is helpful to break executive function into 3 phases: before learning, during learning, and after learning. We cover each of these phases in more detail in our follow-up video on Executive Function Part 2, where you will also learn how to effectively address and improve executive function.